Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new Division video. What if I guess today is my favorite patch 1.6 PvE build in this game. To be a bit more specific, this is my favorite solo PvE build, and I know it might sound strange to some of you guys that I actually change my build around if I'm playing with friends, if I'm playing by myself in PvE, but yes, it's true. I like using different builds pretty much whenever I play PvE, just so I can keep the game a little bit fresh. And yes, in PvP I still use pretty much the same builds, but in PvE I do like changing it up. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been using this one specific build, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, whenever I use this build, I barely go down. Even if I'm playing like with 2 people in like a challenging mission or anything like that, or even heroic incursions, I barely go down. And that's because how this build is actually orientated. So for anyone that does play PvE a lot, and you have trouble surviving, or you have trouble, just pretty much staying alive whenever you do incursions or just legendary missions or anything like that, this build is perfect for you. So if you guys do enjoy this video or find it helpful, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and let's get right into this. To start this off, the one thing I do want to say is normally I would be using a SASG 12, but I did get rid of mine unfortunately, and it was pretty stupid of me. I just was like, I'm never going to use this, and I don't know what I was thinking. So I did get rid of my SASG, and it was actually really good. I'm pretty sure it had something like responsive, ferocious, and destructive. So it was a nice PvE weapon, but like I said, unfortunately, I got rid of it. So for now, I am using a assault rifle SMG combination. But for my primary weapon, what I'm rocking with is the LVOAC. Now this one actually has unforgiving, brutal, and responsive. So it's actually really good if you are in a close quarter scenario. This LVOAC is really nice. The only thing I wish it had, instead of brutal, maybe if it had something like ferocious, or even something like deadly, it would be 100% better than brutal. But it is what it is. As for my secondary, I am using the Navy MP5N. Now this one actually comes with brutal, unforgiving, and ferocious. Once again, I do have to reroll brutal, try to get something maybe like destructive or even responsive if you can. But like I said, that's something I do have to reroll. But the base damage is 17.6k and 19.50% critical hit chance. So this is actually a really nice PvE weapon. Now on both these weapons, I am mainly spec'd into headshot damage and critical hit damage, as I do on every single gun I use in this game. For my gear, what I'm using is 2 Nomad and 4 Striker. Now I know some people don't really like using Nomad, especially in PvE. They rather go with something like a specialized backpack or maybe savage gloves. Even a Barrett's chest piece is really nice. I like using 2-piece Nomad, especially when I'm solo, and I'm not really too sure if we're going to have a person on our team with a decent skill power build, so the heals are a little bit better. So that is why I choose to run with 2 Nomad. I can still have that damage build, but still be, getting health back whenever I kill a enemy. And even with 85,000 skill power, my heals are not even that bad. Yes, if I was using booster shot, my heals would be pretty bad, but I am using overdose as my abilities, so my heals are not actually that bad. Anyways, enough for that, moving on to the actual gear. So for my chest piece, what I'm using, as you guys can see, is the Vest of Nomad. What I have rolled on it is 4% health on kill, 15,800 health, and also increased kill XP. Now I do like having increased kill XP on my chest piece, because you get your proficiency sealed caches a little bit quicker. And yes, although having ammo is really good, in my opinion, I just like using increased kill XP so I can get more gear, I can get more weapons a little bit quicker. But you guys can use ammo capacity, it really doesn't matter. For the mask, I'm using a Striker's mask. What I have rolled on it is enemy armor damage and increased kill XP with a nice firearms roll. I am also using a health and stamina mod for this mask because I do like having a little bit more health in PvE than in PvP. So that's why I do kind of focus on having my gear mods on health and stamina instead of firearms. But honestly, it's personal preference. If you guys do want to rock, firearms and health mods, it's up to you. I just like having a little bit more stamina, like I said. For the knee pads, what I'm using is Striker knee pads, and honestly, you should always have health rolled on your knee pads, no matter what you're doing, unless you're making like a absolute, glass cannon build or anything like that. You should always have health rolled on your knee pads. And once again, I do have 1261 firearms on this gear piece. The backpack I'm using is a pretty nice Striker backpack. What it comes with is 1271 firearms, 13,219 health, and 48% ammo capacity, which is really nice. I do wish the health roll was a little bit better, but besides that, this Striker's backpack is pretty much everything I need. As for the gloves, once again, I am using Striker's gloves. Now the only thing I did do a little bit differently was rolled health on kill instead of assault rifle damage or SMG damage. Honestly, this is a personal preference thing. I do like having health on kill, so I do, get a little bit more heals whenever I kill an NPC, but you guys can also have, assault rifle damage or SMG damage if you wish. But also I do have critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and 1269 firearms on these gloves. Last but not least, we have the final nomad piece, and that is the holster. Now the holster is pretty good. The only thing that sucks about it is the firearms. As you guys can see, it's only 1163. So in reality, I could have above 7,300 firearms, but unfortunately, like I said, the firearms roll is pretty bad. But besides that, 1272 stamina, 1269 electronics, and also 8,110 health on this holster. But like I said, that's pretty much the build. That's what I'm rocking with. 4-piece striker, 2-piece nomad, I really like using. Whenever I'm playing solo, I do change it up a little bit here and there. But for the past couple of weeks, this is the exact build I've been using, and I really enjoy and have fun using it. Also, I'm going to show you guys the health and pretty much the health on kill. So as you guys can see, 252,000 health, which is pretty high in PvE in my opinion. Armor mitigation is 30.61%, and also the health on kill, if I could find it, is right here. So it's 23% health on kill. So anytime, I pretty much get a kill, I get 23% of my health back, which is really nice. And below that, enemy armor damage is 35.50, which once again is really useful as well. And keep in mind, I don't even have destructive on. So with destructive, this would be a little bit higher as well. But once again, that's it for the build. If you guys want to try this out, if you guys have trouble playing PvE, especially if you're playing solo, I would 110% recommend making this build because it's really good. But that pretty much concludes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I reply to all my comments. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.